You done or no? No, okay. Hey everyone, Kelly here. So today I'm going to show you how I highlight and contour my face. I know everyone probably does it a little bit different, so I want to show you how I do it. Kind of differs from people to people because of face shape. So essentially, highlight and contouring, it's about making shadows on areas that you want to hide and then highlighting areas that you want to emphasize. So when you think about your face shape and you think about how you want to highlight or contour, think about how the sun naturally hits your face. So when the sun hits your face, what does it hit first? What areas in your face is illuminated? And then vice versa, when the sun hits your face, what areas create shadows? So we have that to go off of, and so with makeup, we're just basically going to take that concept and then go further with it. So today I have on right now my foundation. I haven't set it with any powder. I have on my eyebrows and my eyeshadow and some mascara on my top lashes. Typically when I highlight and contour, I do it before I do all of my eyeshadow, but for the sake of the video, I went ahead and did that just so I can show you specifically what I'm doing. One of the biggest confusions, I would say, is the difference between bronzing and contouring. So specifically contouring is sculpting out an area of your face, typically with a matte product that usually has cooler undertones, so it gives a more shadow-like effect. Bronzing is using any kind of bronzer, more usually on the warm tone side, just to give warmth to your face, just to give an all-over bronzed color. So contouring is a little bit more specific, chiseled. Bronzing is like kind of an overall. When I do my contour highlight, I kind of just do a combination of contouring and bronzing. So what I'm going to use today is my NARS Laguna bronzer, which is this here. But a good alternative, if you don't want to spend that much money on a bronzer, is this Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. Okay. So I have two brushes here. They're dirty because I haven't washed my makeup brushes in a second. But this is an angled contour brush, and this is the Morphe M523. So these both have natural hairs. I use this kind of smaller tapered brush. You can see the shape of it, like if I'm trying to get it in a really specific, precise location. This is more kind of just an everywhere area. So these are the two brushes I typically use for contouring. So starting with the smaller brush here, just go in with your product. So the biggest tip I can give you when you're contouring your own face is to suck in your cheeks. And you see when I suck in my cheeks how it creates hollows and where the shadow is. So when I do this, there's a line from here to here. So what I do, or what I tell people to do if they're learning how to contour their own cheeks, is to suck in, and where you see that hollow shape, take the end of your brush and make a line with it, like this. So right there, that's where you're going to draw on your contour. So if this is something new for you, it might feel weird because maybe you're used to doing your blush and you do your blush like just a step up. So this is not where you want to put blush normally. You're going to go under. So here. And then when I start right in the hairline right here, and then I go down. And a good ending point I'd like to tell people is if you look at your pupil, the center of your pupil, and draw down, don't go past that point. Because if you go past that point, it starts to look muddy and unblended and gross, and you don't want that. So here we go. So you can see that that's kind of just like a brown stripe on my face. So this one is for very specific, getting right in that line. So I'll blend this out, but I want to move on to the next cheek to show you guys something. Okay, so this is the other brush that I use. Just roll it around in your product. Same concept. Instead of starting from up here, I'm going to start down here. So I know where I want to end, or I guess in this case start. and I'm going to swipe it all the way up to my hairline. Okay, so I just want to compare the two faces. So, not two faces, two sides of the face. So this one, you can tell, it's a little bit more blended. So this one is more chiseled in a concise area, and I might look like I have an orange stripe. So to fix that and to get these more even, you can take your same brush and kind of blend it like this. Here we go. So it's more blended, but it's still giving me shape. A lot of times, if you use a bronzer that's more cool toned, you can go in and kind of initially do that contour and then go over with like your favorite bronzer and just kind of bronze up the face, so to speak, like this. Okay, so now that we've sculpted our cheekbones, I'm going to show you other areas in my face that I use bronzer product. So I'm going to take this brush and go with my temples. So here and here. So it's important when you're doing this that you don't want to get in the middle of your forehead. If you get bronzer in the middle of your forehead, it's really going to make your forehead look little. It's going to kind of shut off your face, and it's going to look not natural. Okay, so here we've gone in, bronzed our temple. So see how it's kind of pushing it back, and kind of, you can already tell where my highlighted features are and then where my contoured features are. Also a tip, if you're a little bit like me and you have some double chin issues, if you go on your jawline and just do a light dusting, it can create a little bit of a shadow and actually make you look a little bit skinnier. And who doesn't want that? The important thing about this though, when you do your jawline and under your chin, you don't want to use too much product. So a little goes a long way, and you just be sure to remember that. Okay. Next, I'm going to highlight my face. And typically I would do this before my bronzer, but it's still okay. We still have some time. So I'm going to take some concealer and put it under my eyes. So I did a purple look today, and purple can be a little scary, especially if you have under eye darkness like I do, because it just kind of makes you look like you've been punched in the face. Not that you're just being creative and love color. So what I do to highlight my under eye area is to put concealer on in a little bit of a triangular motion. Now if you want that really bright under eye effect, pile it on. If you want kind of a neutral, natural look, a little bit goes a long way. It's kind of up to you. So other areas that light hits your face naturally is your nose, the bridge of your nose here. So I'm going to do just a little bit there. Your chin. And then your forehead. So I'm going to just do a little bit right here. So when you are using cream products, you only want to put creams on top of other creams. You don't want to put creams on top of any kind of powder. So the bronzing powder that I used in these areas, I would not want to go over with any kind of cream product. So since I've just done my foundation, that's a cream product, you can put more cream on top of it, and it's going to be okay because I didn't put any of this product where I've just put my bronzer. So I hope that makes sense. Then I'm going to take a damp beauty blender and kind of blend this out. Okay, so once you have that blended, you can kind of tell that I brought some highlight to my face. So it kind of evens it out and really just makes your face look sculpted. So real quick, I'm going to take some kind of translucent powder to set my under eyes because my under eyes have a lot of fine lines, and if I don't, it'll crease and I'll be a hot mess. Okay, so now you can tell I have a bunch of powder on my face. It looks silly. So this is kind of up to you. It's your discretion what you want to do. I always recommend if you use a cream product, set it with a powder. So what does that mean? If you're using a cream product, go in, put your powder, brush it across, it sets it in place, you're good to go. Or what I'm doing is a method called baking, where you have loose powder and then you put it on and kind of stack it on and have like layers of powder on your face, and you just let it sit. Now it's called baking because essentially what you're doing is you're putting powder on your face. You're letting your natural body temperature of your skin get the powder the same temperature, so it bakes it into your skin. It sets it. It looks brighter. If you have oily skin like I do, it controls your oils, and it's kind of a more dramatic effect. So it's not something you have to do every day, but if you feel like it or you want to try something new or you like the way that looks, then do it. So you can, and it's up to you how long you want to keep it on. A couple of minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I usually do this, then I'll go in and do like my eyeshadow and then dust it away after that. So it's been a couple minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and dust this away. Any kind of brush that you like, you can use powder brush. This is the Sigma F35, which is what I typically use to kind of put the powder here, but you can brush it away with the same one. That. Okay. Oh, it's a little wet. So when I did my eyeshadow earlier, I didn't put on bottom mascara because I knew I'd be working underneath my eyes, so I'm going to do that real quick. Okay, so we have two things left, blush and then highlighting. Going to use this blush by MAC. It's called Desert Rose, and this is the Morphe blush brush M105. Okay. Also, where you put blush on your face depends on your face shape. What I try to do, what a lot of people recommend, is putting it on the apples of your cheeks. So when you smile, the apples of your cheeks are here. So since my face, I have a lot of pores in this area, I try not to put a lot of product right here to emphasize them. So what I will do is smile, and then instead of right here on the apple, I'll go a little bit underneath and then just right over top of the bronzer that I put down. Okay, so now I have blush on. And the last step is highlighting. So, oh my gosh, I don't even know what kind of highlighter I want to use today. Okay, I'm actually going to go in. I have a trial size of the Becca highlighter in the shade Opal. And the brush that I use to apply that is this bad boy here. This is the Morphe 501, right? Yeah, 501. Other brushes that you can use for highlighting, fan brushes. I don't have one that I can show you. A lot of people like fan brushes. I like this because it's tapered like here, and it's small enough that I can control where it goes. Because with skin like mine, since I have a lot of pores, a lot of texture, I like to be in control with the product and place it exactly where I want it. Because if it goes kind of haywire, it's going to start emphasizing things I don't want to emphasize. So I'm going to go in. This is the color in case you're wondering. Oh. And to highlight, you are going to set this on the very tops of your cheekbones. So when you're looking at your face and like light, you can already see light is hitting right here. So I'm going to go down and kind of the same rules apply. You don't want to go past your pupil. So I'm trying to look head on here. And I would recommend stopping just slightly before that. So we'll do this together. And highlighting, you can use highlighters that are kind of that subtle glow that kind of makes you look lit within. Or you can go in with products that really just bang, like you have a metallic stripe. And again, that just goes back to preference. Other areas of your face that you can highlight is the tip of your nose. I love highlighting the tip of my nose. I think it just looks so cutesy. your Cupid's bow. If you get a little carried away with your highlight, you can always take your damp beauty blender and kind of blend it out. So I'm going to grab some lip gloss. This is ColourPop Fairy Floss. Give it that completed look. There's the one last little highlight tip that I do want to give, is if you take your highlight brush, I don't do this a whole lot just because I have oily skin, so a lot of times my face, if I put too much highlight, I just look like an oily mess. But you can create a C shape based off of this. So this is the bottom part of your C, and you can kind of bring it up and then highlight the top here. But you don't want to go as heavy up here as you did down here. And then you do it right under where you placed your bronzer on the temple to kind of just make the eye area pop a little bit more. So what do you guys think? This is my completed look. Give me your opinions. Do you like the highlighting, contouring? Do you think it's a waste of time? It's overrated? Can you tell the difference? I love to hear your opinions and your feedback. Also, if you could subscribe to my channel, that would make me so happy. And I need your help deciding what my next video should be. So I'm stuck between if I want to do a dupe video or if I want to do a makeup that I kind of regret buying and I returned type video. So give me your thoughts below. I would love to know your opinions. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.